Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right, do right, do right.
And we're live. Welcome to a brand new episode of Anecdotally Government. Employment isn't glamorous, but it'll keep you busy. It's not honest work, but it's work. I'm your host, Jay Fry.
Of all the times. Hold that thought for a moment. I'll be right back.
All right. Just sit here, I guess. Cool. Could have done your introduction first, but yeah, whatever. It's just our show we're pausing for, so I guess we can just ready? Take a smoke break. Smoking a pancake. Hey, we are live.
Bong and a blends.
Waffled enough cigar. I don't know what it was.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. But now you know how it feels. Ha ha. Ha ha.
What? When I was getting kicked off. That's completely different.
True. But I am the only one in the abode, so I had to go answer that.
What was
Turns
it?
out it was just Amazon. Drop it off a package.
Oh, sweet. All right. Well, can we do your introduction now?
Okay, so I'm Sean. It's Monday. We're here. Woohoo. Let's do this.
Way to take all the fun out of it.
It's kind of my job.
Well, we want to save some of that for the stream. There we go.
Hey, look.
And Sean. And Josh. How's it going, Josh?
It's going well. Sorry for arriving a little bit late.
Well, it's the 45 minutes Garrick was early to tell us he wasn't going to be on. After hanging out on the stream for 40 minutes. Or no, well, 20 minutes.
Well, you know, he's got more important pressing matters, I guess, so.
Well, he's out of town, and he apparently got his ass kicked in a heat box all day.
Yeah. Well, he shouldn't have been talking on the yard, then the warden wouldn't have had to put him in the heat box.
But on a completely similar note to fuck that guy, we're here, and we have a thing to do. Woo. So, we are of an age, basically. I mean, between us, there's about 10 years. But we've all seen A Few Good Men, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, then. What do we think?
3.
Really?
Yeah.
I give it a 4.
I am with a 4, too.
I'm being obstinate and not giving it a 4. I mean, I could see where it could be a 4, but I don't like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I only recently was told about his middle tooth by bastards who hate me. So
I hadn't told you that previously.
Well, I was going to ask if anybody...
not to when I watched it
go see
27 years
Maverick.
ago.
What's that, Jack?
Is anybody going to go see Maverick?
I need to. I really want to. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As have I.
And I just watched a special on you guys know the Professor of Rock. Have you ever seen his stuff?
Mm-mm.
He's got little vignettes where he interviews people that made, rock and roll, famous stuff too. And today he put out one about the guy who wrote the Top Gun theme, not Danger Zone, but the theme.
Yeah,
for
that
Top
was
Gun.
Kenny Loggins.
What's the theme?
No, the theme is by Harold Faltermeyer, same guy who did Axel F, and the guitarist for Billy Idol. Steve Stevens? Steve Stevens? Is it Steve Stevens? Might not be Steve Stevens. That might be fake news. Hang on.
I think you're thinking of Tommy Thompson.
Guitarist for Billy Idol. Yeah, Steve Stevens.
Oh.
And yeah, it's the theme is actually an instrumental.
Yeah,
Not-
it's
not
the
Danger
one that
Zone.
you kind of hear with the piano at the
Very
beginning of
beginning,
Maverick.
before it
Yeah.
cuts into Danger Zone. And
Yeah.
literally the bar right before they cut into Danger Zone was when the guitar would pick up in the theme song. And when he went to the premiere, he was pissed off. He was yelling at Harold Faltermeyer for getting done wrong, but it comes back in the middle of the movie. Won a Grammy for it, so I don't know why he's pissed off.
because he wanted his song to be in the movie.
It was. It was just later in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of those unsung heroes of the guitar world where he does a whole lot of heavy lifting for a whole lot of people and doesn't get any credit.
Yep. That happens.
I like Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets, and that was probably 5 years after A Few Good Men. Poet says it was his last great movie where Jack Nicholson played an actual character and not just some version of himself.
I'm pretty sure The Two Jakes came out in '92, and that's one of my favorite Jack Nicholson movies.
Well, then you just have to see which one came out first.
One Flew Over a Cuckoo Nest, one that Nicholson as well.
Yes, but
Oh, no,
that was
he's
early.
saying, yeah, he's saying it was one of his last great characters before he was just him. Kind of like how Brando gave it up towards the end.
Oh, Two Jakes was 1990, so it was definitely after. Well, no, when was A Few Good Men?
No, it's before. 92 was a Few Good Men.
maybe.
And then,
Yeah, I liked As Good as It Gets as well.
but yeah, he. I disagree with Blonde on almost everything because she was really bowling low there last night. Just across the board, bowling low.
I didn't even watch the stream. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Well, she was talking shit about like how you couldn't get a narcissist to, you couldn't corner a narcissist with words, so that he in fact acknowledged that he ordered the red alert because he ordered the red alert.
Well, it wasn't about being a narcissist. It was about being an old school jarhead.
Yeah, but that revelation was, he's arrogant, he's narcissistic, he's controlling. There's no way he would let it slide, and he pinned him into the corner and got to what he got out of him. And I'm like, stupider shit has happened.
For dumber reasons.
Yeah, huge Grace Grits is like, yeah, well, he shot me, and all I was doing was pointing a gun at his head and pulling the trigger. So clearly, murder charges.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's Hollywood, then there's the real world, and there's a little in between. Like, dumber shit has happened to smarter people. Did someone in As Good as It Gets have a boy toy sugar baby? I don't think so. It was about an OCD author and a waitress. That's all I really remember from As Good as It Gets. Helen Hunt was a waitress, and
You remember more than I do. All I remember is the line is, well, how do you write women so well? Well, I think of a man. And then they take away all reason and accountability.
you got Wednesday. Wednesdays it's going to drop. Even though they desperately want to drop shit on Fridays in this administration, much like pretty much every other administration.
I fully expected them to drop the constitutional carry ruling before they drop Roe v. Wade.
Oh, they're just dropping everything together. Like, we're out here. Good luck. Bye.
Yeah, I can see that.
That'll shit all over those freaking 10 Republicans and their shitty idea. Fucking Mitt Romney. Bro, I voted for you once.
Golden
Get the
Grand,
fuck
too.
out of here.
Why would you do such a thing?
Well, the other option was Obama.
So it's a no-win scenario. You only win by not playing.
Yeah.
He chooses mutual destruction.
Dude, I voted for
Fuck it, dust off, nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think Mitt was that bad, honestly.
You were not paying attention, sir. He was a Republican governor of Massachusetts and enacted health care.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew like the dude who wants health care versus the only dude to ever actually implement health care. No matter what, we're getting health care. But he wasn't that bad, and fuck Massachusetts anyway. But yeah, it turned out.
You are by definition a bad Republican if you can survive in Massachusetts.
I didn't know that at the time.
Let's just be honest. He's a center corporatist, so
He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Mormon.
with left.
He's a
wing-
power-hungry, entrenched, power-elite Mormon.
I thought he was a nice guy. I was fooled.
Oh, he's probably genuinely a nice guy. As long as you don't get in the way of between him and his power.
Yeah, I would be interested in reading his binder full of women.
Yeah, they're all wearing
And
magical
his-
underwear, just so you know.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
As long as that magic is disappearing.
It's not.
No.
It's
have to
literally
remain virgins,
it's
but that
literally the hole in the sheet joke.
Yeah, but it's for the back door, not the front door.
No, because you have to marry them to even get to see the underwear. So it's
You're not
all it's all
listening-
front hole.
No. A lot of the Mormons, they do the back door stuff.
Only premarital.
Yeah. Hence why I was saying only in the back door.
Realize that
Yeah, college girls.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and they're not wearing the magic underwear yet.
Yeah, so we got that. We covered that. I don't think we really have anything to talk about besides for
Fed.
well that but Demi Moore is like, I don't know why I don't like her, but I don't.
I have not found her attractive in anything that she's done. The closest she ever came was
I mean,
She-
Steven's gonna say striptease, but
One Crazy Summer.
I mean, just Jennifer Connelly is just the exact same everything, but 10 times better. Like not even like, arguably not a good at body, definitely not a good at boobies, but still, I'm far more attracted to Jennifer Connelly than Demi Moore.
Like, I didn't even like her in St. Elmo's Fire.
The only two people I know that like Demi Moore are Ashton Kutcher and his father, Bruce Willis.
Even then,
She
it's
was-
debatable for Bruce.
She was hot shit in Hollywood for a while.
Yeah,
I don't
she
see
was.
why. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like I was, I remember saying, because she was in Charlie's Angels 2, and I'm like, she looks good for her age. You know, she had 6 kids or some shit.
I
You
will
know,
say
look-
she did age well, yes. I mean, she was never super hot, but she did age well. But again,
Yeah.
Jennifer Connelly.
Oh yeah, as well.
And Meg Ryan would have if she didn't, get addicted to plastic surgery.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know.
wonder how Goldie Hawn's looking these days.
Not good.
Aww.
No, she is not looking good.
Aw. I haven't seen her in.
Are her and Kurt Russell still kind of
Oh
a thing,
yes,
or no?
they're still together.
Well, Kurt's looking not too bad for his age, though.
No,
Yeah, he looks good.
I think
Yeah, I mean,
he
he
got smart
looks-
enough to stay away from the knife.
Yeah.
Well, he probably learned that from Kenny Rogers, who didn't.
Ooh. Well, you know, Jack Burton was always handy with a knife. Just saying.
It's all in the
It's
reflexes.
all reflexes.
It's all
God damn it!
I was hoping somebody was going to do it.
Oh come on, that's like it's not pre-programmed in my brain.
I know.
Yeah, I was still hoping to get it. I'm still mad about who you got on me the other day. I was typing it out as you sent it, bastard.
Hey, hey Jay Fry.
Huh?
I'm going to send you something.
Somebody did just send me something.
No,
Was that,
I said something a few minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
was
finally
nice.
came in.
Oh.
You are well delayed for some reason on that.
I don't know why. When this part comes back in, I think I'm going to order one. I'll send you what it looks like.
Okay, this
As
is.
soon as I get it pulled up.
Is she 70 plus? Man, how old was everybody in Overboard? Jesus, those kids must be senior citizens by now.
You got to remember, Goldie Hawn came to prominence in the late '60s.
Well, I remember Herbie, and that was his first Disney role. That was
Who? Kurt
68, maybe. Yeah.
No, he was a Mouseketeer, wasn't he?
No, Mouseketeers didn't come out until. What the shit is this?
But like Walt Disney himself was saying that he was going to bet the company on Kurt Russell.
He wouldn't have been wrong to do so,
No, he wouldn't.
but he's a little bit.
Dead?
Put me back in. Are the juice gone?
It wasn't the Jews he hated; it was the commies.
To be fair, he hated both.
Well, I mean, they kind of.
Go hand in hand.
It's not a huge branch there.
Yeah, it's more like
But it's
a.
not an anti-Semitic thing; it's an anti-commie thing.
Yeah.
That they overlap is inconsequential.
He did 12 Disney features. And his first one was Follow Me Boys. So that was 66. Then he did Computer Wore Tennis Shoes in 69.
Yeah, that's
Super
right. I was
Dude.
about to say, didn't he do the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes? But I didn't want to be called up. No, that was Kirk Cameron. I was like, yeah, that's right. He did. Kirk Cameron did a remake.
Son of a bitch. Did Kurt Russell play Dennis the Menace?
No, he played Kevin.
As Kevin, that's right. Was Goldie Hawn in the Mickey Mouse Club? She voiced Peggy McGee in the Phineas and Ferb episode. She was also a guest for Mickey's 50. Kurt Russell, 1963. It happened at the World's Fair, playing a boy who kicked a pilot Elvis Presley in the leg. So he met Elvis Presley, which is nice because he fucking idolizes him.
Yeah, no, they hung out on set. That's why when when Nick Cage idolizes Elvis, it's just fandom. When Kurt Russell does it, it's like, well, I actually knew the dude.
1955, he was a Mouseketeer named Moochie. I didn't know they had names.
Shows what you know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know shit.
Exactly.
That's
did you
weird,
You
'cause,
get that thing I sent you?
No, still waiting on. Oh yeah, I did. No, I did for it's hideous, by the way.
I'm gonna put it on my my Henry.
Yeah, you know what you should put in your Henry?
I'm going to.
4X scope.
I want to put a 1-4 on it.
I bet that lightens the shit out of that gun, though. Is it? It's not wood.
Not wood.
No, I meant the your 4570.
No, I'm gonna put it on my 45 Colt.
Is it all plastic or?
No, the grip is polymer and it's an aluminum frame on the stock.
Oh, booger.
And then I can also mount, a
22 ounces.
cartridge
Yeah.
hole.
Here's how
Holders on
base
the side of it.
Kurt Russell is. Quote, I was brought up as a Republican, but when I realized at the end of the day there wasn't much difference between a Democrat and a Republican, I became a libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why don't you just dust off your fence and get someone else to sit there with you? Go fuck off.
It might as well be someone he really idolizes. So yeah,
Hey,
he's good with
just
that.
a reminder.
I'm so meeker.
Mitt Romney's a Republican.
Oh, you son of a bitch. What's Rick Scott? Half the time he's on your side. Fuck you. Yeah, Neil brought him up the other day. He mixed up Rick Scott and Tim Scott. And I'm like, no, Rick Scott's that. What the fuck is he right now? I know he's a senator. Is he independent? Is he? He's whatever he needs to be to get elected. And I finally he is currently a Republican. He's going independent real quick though. Who else is a hot brunette? Right around Demi Moore's age.
Carmen Electra?
Yeah, she counts. Yasmin Bleeth.
What about Kathy Ireland? Is she still
the
hot?
chick whose name I can never remember from Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh, Mia Sarah.
Mia Sarah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just sorry, Bruce. I don't know what your problem is, but
Yeah, she hasn't changed much. She still pretty much kind of looks the same. Mia Sarah?
Yeah.
I mean, I liked her in Legends, so.
but yeah, it just didn't do it. Doesn't do it for me. And then I followed along with Blonde. I did look up 1981 Playboy, and good God,
81 Playboy?
I believe so.
Oh, she barely 18?
Demi Moore, 1981 Playboy. January 1981, yeah. No, 81. Birthday. 1962. So, yeah. She was 19. Give or take. Not January, so 18.
Oh, it was for Wii magazine.
Demi's real last name is Gainez. I would have changed it to Demi. Of course, I would have changed Demi also.
Yowza.
I have no idea where we're at in the conversation right now.
Just thinking of brunettes that are more attractive than Demi Moore.
A chick from
Linda Carter.
that too, although she's older.
Hell, who played Forrest Gump's mom? I'll take Sally
Sally
Fields
Field?
over Demi Moore.
She did a Netflix movie recently.
1980s. Okay, Ali Sheedy.
I just think of her from The Breakfast Club. And she didn't have my favorite kind of dandruff.
How are we missing this? Winona goddamn Ryder.
Oh Jesus, she is probably in her 50s, late 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I wasn't a fan of her.
I can't think of the actress's name, but the one from Lost Boys.
Oh, Gertz,
What is her name?
Stephen
Jamie Gertz.
Jamie Gertz. Yeah, she
Was that
married
the
a
mom?
billionaire.
Was that the mom?
No,
No.
the
The chick who's gets
Michael.
ogled, by Michael at the sexy, sweaty saxophone concert.
That's Mia Sarah.
No, it's not.
No,
It's Jamie Gertz.
no, that's Jamie Gertz, who she got did wrong by Bill Paxton in Twister, and well, she ended up marrying a.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's married to a billionaire. Yeah, it just wasn't shitty to her. Like she was a nice girl. She was just city, and they just did it wrong. Like she was a doctor too. Like they just did her wrong.
Holy shit.
Oh, and Twister?
Jennifer Connelly almost looks younger now.
Oh no, I saw her in Alita, and she definitely was playing a mother's role. Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Diane West was the bomb in Lost Boys.
Jennifer Connelly and Ralph Macchio must have the same genetic code, so they just don't age.
Who kissed Sean Astin in Goonies?
Oh,
That's more of a question for
a little
Stephen.
redhead.
I don't expect. No, she's a brunette. I don't expect you guys to know.
well, in the movie she was a redhead.
Carrie Green?
Yeah.
No.
Chick's character's name was Andy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Carrie Green.
Yeah.
She wasn't a redhead. That was the friend.
No. The cheerleader was a redhead. The friend was a blonde.
Yeah.
And I remember this, and I know this because she was in kind of one of my favorite stupid little sitcoms, because it was a Garcia comedy. Was it? It was something Hope. What was it? Martha Plimpton was her name.
Martha Plimpton.
Mm-hmm. Raising Hope. That's what it was.
I definitely prefer when Arizona is raised.
It's such a good
Raising
movie.
Hope was funny because it was so stupid. I loved Raising Hope. It made me crack up.
Well, no one beat the shit out of Nicolas Cage in Raising Hope.
No, you're right.
Carrie Green quit acting in '87.
She was 20.
Who also quit acting and just kind of went on to become a mom? I can't remember who.
Most of them. Speaking of quit acting, Short Round from Goonies quit acting,
Politician?
and he probably can't doctor, but he came back for the new movie.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, that's it. So he recently just came back into acting, which is weird because if you're out of acting, who's sending you scripts?
Well, he was typecast because it's a movie about
Asians, yeah, sure.
yeah, Asians. I can't remember if they play Koreans or if they're actually Chinese in the movie, but they're all Chinese.
Yeah, they're all Chinese anyway. That's how you make box office these days.
Well, apparently it's a really good movie.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, and that's what he said. He came out of retirement. He said, "I read the script and it was so good." Speaking of scripts that are not as good, Fed boys.
K.U. Kwan, yeah.
Now, I'm as hip to the white supremes as most are, and this is dumb. Although I do see one thick boy over at the end, so I'm thinking not all 31 were.
You think it's a honeypot situation?
Exactly. Yeah, we all know what they were doing in the back of that U-Haul.
Well, okay. And by honeypot, I don't necessarily mean the sexy time.
Well, they were headed to a pride event, so yeah, it was absolutely sexy time.
Well, where they ended up, yes. But I think how they got pulled in there was, promise of weaponry and all that sort of stuff.
Stephen just called lawyer school, or called law school lawyer school. You're at a doctor school.
Lawyer school. Doctor school.
You're at a doctor school. You go a doctor. And you can play doctor with nurses from nurses school.
Mm-hmm.
No, as we have seen, I have reiterated and repeatedly say there are 3,000 alleged Klan members left in America, and 2,500 of them are feds, and the other 500 are assholes who like free barbecue. And that is probably the exact same situation we have going on here. What sort of paperwork do you need to have on your body that could lead them to charge you with attempted conspiracy to riot?
Well,
how many times could you put
let's-
riot on a piece of
let's
paper?
just, as an intellectual exercise here, if they're going to start arresting people for conspiracy to riot, why the hell isn't every single Antifa member not locked up?
Mm-hmm. When you show up in black bloc, much like these guys showed up in uniform, yeah, I because they're on the wrong side, is what it is. But
well, no, this isn't even a side. This is the federal government looking to make an issue out of something for their own benefit. There isn't a side here. This is the feds trying to make police look worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. And this is how it had to be done. They're like, no, you want to see the engagement. You want to see this, that, and the other thing. They can't do that because of what happened in the Whitmer trial. You can't have 22 of the 31 assholes being fed or federal informants fucking up a gay pride parade, shield bashing homos, and come to find out that it was an entirely fed operation. What was it? Was it 14 of 19 of the everybody involved in the kidnapping plot? 14 of the 19 were federally involved.
I don't remember the exact number, so I'm not going to say one way or the other. But it was more than a plethora.
Would you call it a plethora?
Yes, we would definitely call it a plethora. Almost a baker's dozen.
Yeah, it was over a baker's dozen. Just making sure it's all 1 pound of. But so they can't go around shield bashing the queers. So they had to get stopped beforehand. And then stop they did. And so they got their attempted riot.
That they were going to actually engage in anything. The only two events that they have even done that had notoriety, all they did was march.
Fiery Waco, those two definitely count. Less Brooke Shields, more Michelle Pfeiffer. Along with Kathy Ireland and absolutely Tanya Roberts.
Kathy Ireland
they're
can't
blondes.
act.
Neither can Tanya Roberts, really. But they're blondes, and we were specifically talking about brunettes because, there's just something I don't care for about Demi Moore. But if we just expanded it, then we're just talking about everybody in the '70s who was in a film, and Kelly Lynch. Um, you know, we could just go either way with everybody. Cindy Crawford, you know, she doesn't get enough love, but she's not really raven haired. She's more of a brunette, like Brooke Shields and Kathy Ireland. How old is I mean, we're going ethnic, but she's got to be right around 59. What's her nugget? Frida, can't think of her name. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Selma Hayek.
Salma Hayek. Gorgeous. Muy
She's in her early 60s.
caliente.
Muy caliente.
But yeah, so we were kind of keeping it to white girls with dark hair, specifically black hair, not like brown hair. But if you want to expand it, we can just keep going. I'm fine with that. We can go back to it, give everybody a moment to think. Like, who did I first masturbate to?
Andy McDowell.
Who did I second? Yeah, Andy McDowell's one of the few. What were they, like, the innocent heartthrobs? Like
Phoebe Cates.
Oh yeah, Phoebe Cates. That's another one I was trying to think of. But like the Tia Leone, who fucked the duck in Howard Duck?
Ali Sheedy.
No,
it wasn't Ali Sheedy.
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson, yeah.
Yeah. Like those slightly innocent girls, like the Girl Next Door kind of girls, before the Girl Next Doors were giant whores with fake boobs and lip implants. But yeah, so I loved her in Hudson Hawk. Andy McDowell. Meredith Steenburgen, if you're into that sort of thing.
I like Meredith Steenburgen.
You're into that sort of thing, so I carved one out for you.
I'm trying to think of what she was in when she was younger. Would have made her noticeable, but it really wasn't until she was more mature that she really kind of came into her own.
I think the youngest thing I could think of her in is Back to the Future 3. I can't think of, oh no, wait, she was that cowgirl movie or cowboy movie that she was no, that's Back to the Future 3.
We've got Courtney Cox. You got to add her. She's that age.
Yeah, she is, but I don't like her. She was cute. Like, I didn't find her that attractive in Friends, but she was super cute in Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Oh, we're missing the number one here, guys. Cindy goddamn Crawford.
She's a brunette, not a raven haired.
Well, she's a brunette. You asked for brunettes.
I changed it. But whatever. Yeah, because I pointed out like there was flaws. Like you could be Salma Hayek or Lucy Liu, and those are more ethnic than everything. But I said Cindy Crawford. God, Cindy, Kathy Ireland is such a bad actress in Loaded Weapon. Just terrible.
Oh, you think that's bad? You should see Alien from L.A.
That's different. She played an alien.
No, she didn't.
Right? She wasn't the alien?
Nope.
Oh, good God. Who was the alien?
I don't remember.
It wasn't Earth Girls Are Easy. That was Jeff Goldblum. I think one of the Wayans brothers.
She's not a brunette, but Morgan Fairchild.
Now, I haven't seen her in anything young, but she didn't look bad as older. Heather Locklear, if we're going back to blondes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say Kathy Ireland? She's still my fave.
I mean, just the first time I saw, and I was young, Tanya Roberts on screen in Beastmaster, I was like, this woman is absolutely beautiful. And then she said something, and I said, what? She wasn't that bad in Necessary Roughness.
Wasn't she in
wasn't-
Loaded Gun or the National Lampoon's Loaded Gun or something?
Are you eating? What are you doing that you're not paying attention to everything I say?
I'm sorry, what?
That's a second. I already mentioned
Why
that.
are we here?
Yeah, I already.
Well,
Did you-
to be fair, you're talking about a bunch of stuff that I barely remember.
I'm saying it right now. Words
I
are coming out of my
know.
mouth. I literally brought up Loaded Weapon like 2 minutes ago.
I know.
Oh,
And
sure?
I said, wasn't Kathy Ireland in that one? I don't remember you saying
That's
Kathy
why
Ireland.
I brought her up.
No.
That's why I brought it up was her.
Gina
Now we're
Davis?
going into redheads. I think we're up. Now we're
She's
just
not
talking
a
about
redhead.
who gave us boners. Everything significant Gina Davis was in that I liked. She was a redhead.
Jennifer Grey.
League of Their Own. Salma and Louise. Long Kiss Goodnight. She was a redhead in all three.
Okay. Beetlejuice, she was a brunette, so.
She was.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, Gina Davis was a brunette in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I agree. You got me there. That's because they already had a redhead. That bitch. And that's because they already had a raven-haired
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. Pre-klepto Winona Ryder, but post-Johnny Depp Winona Ryder. There was this thing on TikTok who this girl, she was very gothy looking with a Betty Page haircut, and she said she posted like, when you look at me, what's the first thing you think? And I was like, that you found yourself in college. And she's like, I didn't go to college. I'm like, all right, then you write Edward Scissorhands fanfic. Because she definitely had the Betty Page Winona Ryder thing going on for her. I never got an answer back, but I thought it was funny. Who was who was that girl? Who was in the miniseries It?
Oh, God.
Emily
The problem
Perkins.
is they remade it, and it's hard to get the...
They did a fairly good job. I mean, they did.
Emily Perkins?
Yeah. Annette
She's
O'Toole
younger
was the
than
adult.
me. And who was the adult?
Clark's mom from Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Annette O'Toole.
Annette O'Toole.
Plenty O'Toole.
That's Peter O'Toole. But I think they did it pretty good. Like Tim Reed, Richard Thomas, Harry Anderson, um, John Ritter. I think they did comparable with um, um, the jackasses they had um, in it too. I mean, James McAvoy is probably more famous than anybody who, besides Timothy Curry. Uh, but like Bill Hader, the Old Spice guy. Damn, I love me some John Ritter. I don't care for Jessica Chastain.
That's a funny joke.
What is a funny joke?
What do you call a fat chick with a rape whistle?
I'm thinking about a teapot. What?
Optimistic.
Oh, Jessica Chastain's about the same age as Emily Perkins. that's hurtful.
Well,
The kid, the girl who played Beverly as the kid, and the same age as the Beverly of the older generation.
Well, Sean, did you get any more ideas on your rifle build?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Tisk, tisk, my friend.
I know.
Tisk,
I'm moving slow. Moving slow.
You need to move faster because somebody can, call you out on red flag laws and get you banned from getting firearms.
What? Not that red bastion that is Arizona.
Yeah, Sure. It's not like a senator from Arizona voted for it.
To be fair,
I don't.
he is married to a gunshot victim. And, with any luck, won't be a senator much longer.
I was talking about cinema.
Yeah, they both voted for it.
Yeah, well, I'm not shocked about fake astronaut Kelly, but
I'm shocked about voting. I have voters in West Virginia Mansion.
cinema doesn't surprise me either, but I don't think it matters. What, are you shitting me? Ugh. I guess I got to do this again. I'll be back.
What did she order?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just simply here. I had my dinner. I cooked my dinner.
I gotta ordered me some DiGiorno.
Nice.
Well,
We did
not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Yeah, I know. Did some mac and cheese, and then I also did a bunch of chicken strips breaded in baked Lay's barbecue potato chips.
Hell yeah.
It was really good. And made a ton of them so fiance could have food for the week.
So, the biggest question on The stoner sweepstakes is, what were we just talking about?
Well, we were talking about what me and Jay Fry cooked for dinner.
Yeah, we were also shitting on Arizona for.
Yeah, that too.
Uh,
And also you for not getting off your keister.
I'll get there. You gotta remember, I'm old and move slow.
I move slow too, but I also move with purpose. Hmm.
Cat needs to shut up.
Oh, that cat just loves you.
Yeah, a little too much. Mostly because I'm the dispenser of the weed.
Hmm.
Come here, dumbass.
ow, cracked my. Joanne Whaley. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, there's a new Willow coming out.
Yeah, it's a series.
Oh, it's for TV.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's going to
mean,
be a series on Amazon, I think, or Disney Plus.
It makes sense.
So it'll be bad, is what you're saying.
Probably. I mean, I've been watching Obi-Wan, so
Which
yes.
is terrible. My God.
I know.
Yeah, Willow is on Disney Plus, so I suspect.
It's part of Lucas.
Willow 2022, yeah. I wonder who they'll get to play Mad Mardigan.
He's not going to be in it. Ooh, wait, who was the chick that was in Willow that was Mad Mortigan's love interest? She was pretty cute.
Joanne Whaley?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just talking about her. That's why we're talking about her.
Yeah.
Was Willow a flop? In 1998, Ron Howard and George Lucas released Willow, a Lord of the Rings-esque fantasy epic full of ILM, special effects scenes. While not a flop, it wasn't the blockbuster Lucas and company had been hoping for. Okay, good. Was Willow a good movie? Willow, a magic adventure from the magic 80s? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think those picks were like the worst thing that happened in that movie. Yeah, that's some bullshit. They're saying it wasn't that great, but the budget was $35 million and they made $137 million off it. That's a commercial success.
I remember Willow being big.
And no, Willow was small. You're thinking of Ben Mardigan. He was big.
Here's my advice, boys. Go out there and pick a cryptocurrency at random and buy as much.
What is this nonsense?
Oh, it's Sam Hyde.
I will not have cryptocurrency nonsense on my streams.
Oh, it's Sam Hyde. He's trolling. As Sam Hyde does. And he's quite good at it.
As Sam Hyde is wont to do. Willow is an American fantasy adventure TV series coming soon. Streaming services Disney Plus. The forthcoming show is taking place years after the events of the original Willow film, which was released in 1988. Director Ron Howard stated, "This isn't a nostalgic throwback. It's creative lean forward, and it's a blast to be part of it all. This could be interesting." You know, you go from, because he was nothing special as a farmer. He didn't even grow food. But to come back as the village magician, and that could be interesting, especially if he's got like the ear of the now queen, or yeah, it could be good. We'll see.
I'm hopeful. I know
I
Lucas is
mean,
pissed about apparently the last 3 movies.
I mean, like, how badly could they fuck it up? It's like Middle Ages, not America. Like,
Yeah, well, they could put woke bullshit in it.
they already had woke bullshit in it. There was like, it was a village, and there was like 16 black dwarves. Like,
Eh,
they should be more uniform in color than that at the village.
I only remember like one black dwarf, and he was like the guard.
Well, no, they had the whole black cast in there. It was shit, I can't think of their names. But they were all in it. Uh, so that's really, it's like 3, but they got the Hispanic one and
Yeah.
all the black ones. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're a village. You should be slightly more uniform.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of traveling going on. You're the only motherfucker to leave that place. So why are there multiple races of people here? Steven is apparently a dick to redheads.
That's not very nice, Steven.
Ginny Anderson is a ditz. She once talked about shitting in her dressing room.
Well,
Well, Michael Keaton talks about pissing himself in the bat costume.
yeah.
I'd buy that for another one. Yeah, I don't imagine like this woke stuff is going away anytime soon, no matter how unprofitable it is. It's nice to hear like Netflix is taking steps, but as far as we know, it's just what they're saying, not what they're actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Lucas left detailed ideas and full scripts, because there is a book lore out there that is much more in depth, like esoterically in depth, about the entire Jedi world. Even going as far as talking and going through the different types of martial arts connected to the force sensitives and lightsaber users. Even discussions on whether or not why people don't use lightsabers who are not force sensitive.
I'm sure it has something to do with Jedi lore and kyber crystals and all that bullshit that I really don't care about.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I know this stuff is there's a Jason Fried out there who writes sci-fi or writes Star Wars. And,
well, Jay Fry, I got a fun fact for you about Spaceballs if you want to hear it.
merchandising.
Before making Spaceballs, Mel Brooks asked for George Lucas's permission to parody Star Wars. Lucas was fine with it, as long as Lone Star didn't dress like Han Solo. So Brooks dressed him like Indiana Jones instead.
Mm-hmm.
That's the little thing I got.
I gave that fun fact out 3 weeks ago on the stream.
True story.
Yeah.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Oh, it's dripping. Hold on. There we go. I have a lot of the short segments on my phone are they're just all about Star Wars. So when I'm going through them, I keep getting inundated with Star Wars messages that are like, "Did you know? Did you know that when Vader went back to Padme on Naboo, blah blah fucking blah, raised the whole fucking thing to the ground?" Where did Johnny Depp have a bed?
Elm Street.
Yeah, he got pulled through the bed in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, did I miss where we were talking about Elm Street?
No.
Johnny Depp had a bed there. What the fuck are we talking about? Did he? Oh yeah, he lived right across the street from her, or right next door to her.
Yep, he got pulled through the bed with his TV.
Yep. Which is a shittier way to go than Kevin Bacon. But we can't all be Jennifer Aniston and survive the leprechaun. Pre-nose job.
It worked.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Grey, opposite of that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what's interesting is really the work that Jennifer Grey had done is really good work. The problem is it makes her look like nobody.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't catch it, but she and Jennifer Aniston are Barry's ex-fiancés.
Who?
She's Mindy in Friends, Jennifer Grey.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Post nose job. They're both post nose job.
Right.
And I'm looking and I'm like, is that Jennifer fucking Grey? But I did the same thing with Tales from the Crypt Ritual, and it's not the same. Like, you took away what made you you.
Yep.
Like, that wasn't an ugly nose. That was a distinguished nose. I wouldn't have put Baby in the corner. I would put in the corner.
Yeah, still a good-looking woman, but yeah, not as distinguished.
Yeah, I mean, just
It's bland.
it was like a unicorn wanting to be a horse,
Pretty much.
and then successfully becoming a horse.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be something special. Now you can just run with the pack.
Still a contender, just not as notable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like it didn't detract from her beauty at all,
No.
but it didn't enhance it either.
Correct.
I guess that's kind of like the best you could hope for if you really grew up hating your nose, because I could see that. And then, just. Ugh.
John Hughes would not have cast her post nose job.
Yeah. Has anyone seen work from Renee Zellweger since she had surgery to make her eyes less squinty? I didn't know that was a thing, and I haven't followed her since Bridget Jones' Diary.
She became Christina Ricci. Now they're just big saucers.
My second favorite Renee Zellweger is it's Jeremy Maguire, then that god awful Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then Empire Records. Liv Tyler, cuter than Debbie Moore. Disagree. Nothing makes Renee Zellweger interesting.
I can agree with that.
Just nothing.
Yeah, she's wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. There's the only thing worse is like I get like representation, so you get like Clint Howard's, and you get that the kid from Stranger Things with like the teeth issue.
Well,
But
almost any of the kids from Stranger Things. I mean, one's a tall, geeky nerd, and the other one's got the cleft lip or whatever, palate or whatever it was that he had.
But I cannot stand Ethan Hawke. Like, you're not good in anything. Why do they keep putting you in everything?
He's baseline. You know, he's not. You're right. He's not good in anything, but he's not necessarily bad in anything either.
He's never my biggest complaint about the movie, besides for the fact that he's in the movie. So yeah.
Right.
He didn't Peter
He's like Renee
Skarsgård.
Zellweger. He's fucking wallpaper.
Yeah, he didn't Peter Skarsgård up Green Lantern, but Scarlin, Peter Skarsgård. Steven, who the fuck was Tim Robbins' kid in Green Lantern? Peter.
No, Fiery, and you can't make me.
Peter Skarsgård. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Peter Skirk. Whatever the fuck his name was. He's less desirable as well. Yeah, I guess he gets his pass.
It's not that I don't like him. I just don't think of him, Poet. Like, he's just baseline.
What? Poets being contrary to be contrary.
What?
Peter Skarsgård. That's it, Skarsgård.
Mm.
The Ethan Hawke of Ethan Hawks. That's it, Peter Skarsgård. I feel the same way about Uma Thurman. I don't care how much Quentin Tarantino likes her.
He likes her feet.
Yeah, no joke. Did he marry Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Who?
Peter Skarsgård. It says brother-in-law of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Unless Jake married his sister, that'd be the only way to do it.
Well, then how would he be related to Peter Skarsgård?
Well, Catherine Zeta-Jones didn't really come into the fore until the 90s, so we weren't really...
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal. They have 2 children together. They've been together since 2009.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Well, I am probably going to hop off here. I know I haven't contributed very much, and I apologize for that.
Yeah,
That's okay. Neither have we.
You just named
Yeah,
people we
that's
already
also
named,
true.
though.
I'm gonna go out and watch a movie with the fiance.
What movie?
Hey, any
I
good?
don't know. I'm sure we'll find
Why?
one.
Why is it Black Dynamite?
Oh, it should be Black
It's
Dynamite.
not going to be Black Dynamite.
It should be Black Dynamite.
I had to show her Dazed and Confused.
Oh, how about U.S. Marshals? I watched that the other day.
Don't know. We'll have to see what kind of mood she's in.
Tommy Lee Jones, Robert Downey Jr., John Pantoliano, that one guy. Usually that one guy is John Pantoliano, but this time it was Bill Bixby or whatever the fuck his name is. Did you just confess to something weird, Stephen? I think you did.
Wouldn't
Take advantage of you.
know. But I'll shout at you guys later.
All right, take care, brother.
Take care.
Later.
Later.
It really should be Black Dynamite.
Should be Black Dynamite, yes.
Mhm. In fact, if Matt knew anything about black exploitation or any sort of exploitation, it would be on my list. But he doesn't, so he wouldn't get it.
You could probably put Shaft on the list, the OG Shaft on the list.
I would lose my shit if he marked it down because the brother that played Black Dynamite's brother had an English accent that you could clearly tell. I'm like, that's the point! Like, oh my
Got
god!
to get back to the streets where I come from, my brother.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community.
Be that as it may.
Oh my god. There's one part that is so funny when he gets hit in the face with a boom mic and then he looks up at it. Twice. Just keeps an eye on it. That is such a bad movie. It up its own ass like 3 times. What's that called? The snake, what's the snake that eats its tail? The
Ouroboros?
Ouroboros, yeah. It's there's not 2 sides to that coin. It's an orb. Who does he fight? Nixon in martial arts?
Yes. At the end, it's Nixon.
That's
The
so good.
evil Dr. Wang, or is it?
Yeah, malt liquor makes your dick shrink.
Yeah.
Gattaca? I liked him in Training Day. Like Ethan Hawke was kind of perfect for Training Day. But I like Anton Fuqua and fucking going opposite Denzel Washington. You can't go wrong there. Like Denzel Washington makes everybody on screen look good. He managed to do that to Marky Mark once. 2 guns. Denzel's got this great story about him. He was on stage with Morgan Freeman and trying to convince him to broaden his role. And Morgan Freeman's like, "What's your name, son?" He goes, "Denzel, sir." He goes, "We cross braids 3 times, you die." He goes, "Yeah, but I was thinking maybe we cross blades," and then he goes, "Cross braids 3 times, you die." Denzel still tells that story like every time Morgan Freeman's getting an award or something. It's like Kevin Smith going on about giant fucking spider robots.
To be fair, I haven't heard that story out of him in a while. He's been too busy ruining shit like He-Man.
Fiery Wick, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Denzel was the bad guy, and King Kong had nothing on him. But I don't think King Kong was the bad guy. Technically, I'm pretty sure he's the good guy, King Kong. You know who doesn't make a convincing bad guy? Dean Cain. Not a good bad guy. John Schneider, not a good bad guy. Bill Engvall, basically the 4th season of Leverage were just not good bad guys. But it was like every episode was somebody from your childhood that you loved playing a bad guy. It just was like, no, you can't convince me.
Brendan Fraser as a bad guy.
Yeah, like just not buying it. I don't care how many times he sold his soul to the devil. And
Although
the jazz.
Cary Elwes can actually do it, even though you still like him because he's Cary Elwes. But you're like, oh yeah, a bad guy, but I kind of like you anyway.
Oh my god, the best bad guy, Treat Williams in Phantom. He's so fucking. Oh my god, he was so goddamn campy. So good. Who was Carrie Elliott the bad guy?
There's a sitcom where he played like a multi-episode run as a bad guy.
Have you seen Tim Curry in like the season 11 finale of Criminal Minds?
No.
Holy shit. Like, just holy shit. It's it might have been season 10 or season 11, but god damn, that guy. Like, oh, that's right, you are a really good actor. I keep forgetting because
Yeah, because he does so much campy shit.
yeah, oh, come on, like dude, you were in Home Alone 2, Clueless,
Clue.
the Shadow, but you know, you forget he was also in Legend. Yeah, he was It. He scared the shit out of you a couple of times.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, he didn't scare me in Rocky. Oh, he scared me, but in a different way.
In a very uncomfortable way.
Yeah, I was like, why are my pants tight? That scared me. Christopher Walken, View to a Kill, Max Thorne. I didn't really feel it.
That's the only Bond villain that should have won.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't feel it. Fun fact: Dean Cain is the shortest Superman of them all. Cat agrees with me. Get the fuck out of here, Cat. Yeah, first multiracial Superman, for shortest Superman, first TV Superman.
Not the first TV Superman. George Reeves was the first TV Superman.
First TV Superman to live.
That only goes on for so long. He will eventually die.
Nope, Dean Cain's immortal until I see otherwise. No, there's something about View to a Kill that makes my teeth itch. Fucking Mandela
Is it
effect.
Tanya Roberts? It's Tanya Roberts.
I love Tanya Roberts. She's just terrible. Oh my god, her and Sheena. Jesus Christ. No, it's Jaws.
Thank you.
It's I have a very distinct memory of a cute little ponytailed blonde with giant fucking braces smiling at Jaws and them having a happily ever after. And Nelson Mandela effect says, "You lie." That didn't happen. But I also remember the Sinbad genie movie.
Yep, that definitely existed, and if I'm not mistaken, was called Shazam.
Yeah. No, didn't happen. There's several of those. Like I don't know the difference between like whether or not the sun on the 2 scoops of Raisin Box had sunglasses or not. That's not indelible in my hippocampus, to quote some bullshit. But I absolutely remember Shazam. I absolutely remember being 11 and reading my first Harry Potter book and having to wait nearly a fucking decade for the second one to come out. That didn't happen, apparently. I don't particularly care about Berenstain.
Berenstain
But
Bears.
yeah, that's not my thing. But Jaws, the girl in Jaws, and the whole reason that they smiled at each other at all, he had a mouthful of metal, and she had a goddamn mouthful of metal. That's what they say, but no, fucking Sinbad was in Shazam.
Yeah, it was. Shaquille O'Neal was in Kazam.
Yeah. He was also in Steel. It was god awful. I don't know how you get worse because he was also in Blue Chips when he was still in school, and he did a pretty good job of that. There's just things I remember that apparently aren't true, and it hurts my freaking soul. The worst one was when I was telling Diz about Harry Potter, and she fucking corrected me right on air. like, no, you're wrong and dumb. I'm like, no, I fucking remember. I can give you the answer to all the Harry Potter quizzes right now.
It seems
I
to
know
me
what
that there was an extraordinarily long time between the first Harry Potter book and the second Harry Potter book, so much so that it made the news.
It was a decade. I started watching them. My first Harry Potter, reading them. And it doesn't make sense that it's not true because reading the first one at 11 and then coming back to it is right in line with Harry being my age. Harry Potter is my age. I was 11 reading Harry Potter. When the final book comes out and they make the movie, Harry Potter is my age. Well, he was at the time. We were the same age when he, he's like 3 months older than me or whatever. But I'm like, so if that didn't happen, that just doesn't make sense. But book 5 took like 6 years, and they were making movies at that point. No, Harry Potter became gay. I read it before it was gay. But just every once in a while something pops up that's Mandela, and I'm like, no, fuck you, and fuck you, CERN. But it's nothing like too much.
Well, I don't remember there being any reporting on any Mandela effects before CERN switched on.
I don't remember Mandela before CERN switched on.
Sure you do. You remember him dying.
That's true. I swear to God I do that. But I saw a movie with Rowdy Piper, and he kind of disappeared halfway through the movie. Turns out it was just shitty writing. And I'm pretty sure I thought he had died. And then when he died, like 5 years later, I'm like, what the fuck? I think I just kind of wrote him off as dead. But I could be mistaken, or I could not be mistaken. There's plenty of ways to go with either of those. But man, I'm sure about a couple of those things that are just not the case. Like, I don't know if it's Cheez-Its or Cheez-Its. I don't care.
Well, like I said about the sunglasses on the sun on the 2 scoops of raisins, I'm sure there was a period of time where there weren't any sunglasses on it, and then some guy in the 80s decided to, upgrade the marketing and threw sunglasses on the sun.
Yeah.
So it could be both and something like that. But it was definitely the Berenstein Bears.
Let's see. Maybe there's a Mandela effect quiz or some shit. Oh, Philip Baker Hall died.
Who?
Philip Baker Hall. He's a character actor. He was probably in everything. I can't think of anything that he was particularly in, though. Yeah, I can't think of particularly anything he was in. But I definitely remember him. Anyway, Mandela effects. All right, 50 examples of the Mandela effect. Curious George not having a tail. Nelson Mandela's death. Jif, not Jiffy. People swear that there was a Jiffy peanut butter back in the day. There wasn't a Jiffy? No, there's Jiffy Pop popcorn.
Right.
Okay.
The peanut butter was always just Jif.
Yeah. Choosy moms choose Jif. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Looney Tunes versus Looney Tunes. I could see people mistaking that, but I definitely remember it being Tunes instead of Toons.
It's actually both. There's Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes, and then Looney Tunes with the OON. Because it started off as Merry Melodies, and then to compete, Warner Brothers did Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Tunes. And then later it got shortened to cartoon, so it became TOONS.
Mm. Sex and the City, as opposed to Sex in the City. I knew it was Sex and the City. You might use the stuff every day, but be honest, you thought it was Febreze, didn't you? I wasn't paying enough attention.
What?
Febreze versus Febreze. Two
That's
E's
the
versus
same
one
thing.
E. Yeah.
Oh.
Oscar Mayer versus Oscar Mayer. No, because there's Oscar
Mayer.
Mayer. Yeah, it's. Wait, no. Which way did you say?
Mayer.
Yes.
Mayer. It's literally in the jingle.
Yeah, Oscar Mayer has a way of. Skechers doesn't have a T in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops. Is it fruit? Is fruit spelt with a UI or an OO?
Originally UI.
Kellogg's has been spelling fruit like that for years, and we only noticed it now. That's not a Mandela effect. Oh, the Monopoly Man and his monocle. I don't particularly remember monocle.
No, that's just conflating Mr. Pennybags and the Planter's Peanut.
Mm-hmm. Whether Pikachu had a black at the tip of his tail, I don't care. Hyphenated Kit Kat. Was it Kit Kat or Kit Kat?
I don't think it ever had a hyphen.
I don't think so either.
See, a lot of these are just that could be chalked up to marketing changes at some point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like this one. I could have sworn there was a cornucopia in the back of the Fruit of the Loom logo. But
No, it's just the fruit, right?
yeah, it's just the fruit. Yeah, there's no T in Skechers. If you're trying to tell us there isn't a second T in stuff, our lives have actually been a lie. So apparently, double stuff Oreo has only one F.
Well, considering they premiered as double stuffed ED, again, that's just marketing changes.
Mm. C3PO has a silver leg. One of the biggest Star Wars fans and Halloween costume sites gets it wrong. The robot isn't all gold. He has one silver piece on his right leg.
After Empire, that's true.
See?
But there's actually, that's addressed in the storyline of Empire Strikes Back. When he gets taken apart in Cloud City, Chewbacca just grabs parts and puts a silver leg on him.
Ed McMahon and Publishers Clearinghouse.
We talked about that one last
Casablanca.
week.
Yeah. Well, not last week, but yeah. Casablanca and Play It Again, Sam. In the movie Casablanca, this line is never said. What is said by Ingrid Bergman's characters, play it once, Sam, for old time's sake. The exchange is as iconic as a Star Wars movie themselves. However, it is yet another line that was never said. No, I am your father, is the line. We're gonna need a bigger boat is not the line. It's your never mind, it says that. You're gonna need a bigger boat is what Brody says. But it's constantly missaid as we're gonna need a bigger boat because you're part of it. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life was like a box of chocolates. Mom always said. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Nope, it wasn't a line in Snow White either. In fact, the Wicked Queen says magic mirror on the wall. Black Eyed Peas released their hit Boom Boom Pow in 2008. It came out in 2009. Fergie doesn't sing I'm so 2008, you're so 2000 and late. She says I'm so 3008, you're so 2000 and late. Mind blown.
Oh, yeah. Completely consequential in the grander scheme of things. Damn you, CERN!
Yeah. If you've seen someone dressed up as Tom Cruise in Risky Business, they most likely were wearing some cool shades. Fans often remember him rocking sunglasses. I don't remember the sunglasses.
I do.
I remember the tighty whities and the socks.
But I think what it was is the tidy whities and the socks with no sunglasses on Cruise in the movie. But right after that became a hit movie, there was a commercial on TV that mimicked that scene where the actor was wearing shades.
Mm-hmm. Hmm? I distinctly remember this one. Hate to burst your bubble, but the memorable line from Gandalf, treacherous fall, you can clearly hear him say what when he falls towards the Balrog. The last thing he says before he drops.
You shall not pass?
No, to the party, to the group.
Oh, fly, you fools.
Yeah, they're saying run, you fools.
No, it's fly.
Yeah, no, they're saying we remember it as run, you fools. But no, he said fly, you fools.
Right.
I think we all agree on that.
Oh, you dumb dog.
There apparently Hannibal Lecter never said hello, Clarice. He said good morning.
That's going to have to be verified, I think.
Okay, Mr. Rogers' theme song. You might start singing the lyric, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood," especially after seeing the 2019 Tom Hanks film. But even the movie makers got it wrong. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a small but mighty blow to our memories. Okay.
Could have been one that was Mr. Rogers' mistake after a couple of seasons anyway, considering he had to sing it every time there was an episode.
Lucy, you have some splaining to do. Ricky Ricardo's famous catchphrase, "and I love Lucy," was never actually said. What really said was, "Splain that if you can." And Lucy, splain. Explain that. Okay. Number of U.S. states. The correct answer is 50, obviously, but some Americans and foreigners alike recall learning that there were 51 or 52.
Okay, so two things. For like the
Obama
Lucy,
says 57.
for the Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Okay, that's what I said, but no, they said Lucy. That's what I think it was, but they're saying it was Lucy. You have some splaining to do.
It might be true, but here's the deal with both that and the Luke, "I am your father" thing, is that because they were repeated out of context, they were modified to give context to the quotes. So yeah, Darth Vader never said, "Luke, I am your father." He said, "No, search your feelings. You know it to be true. I am your father." He never says Luke because he's talking to Luke. But so in order out of the context of the movie, in order to put it into context, you say, "Luke, I am your father." Much like
And then there's
Lucy, you've got some splaining to do.
yes, it's in context. Like Natalie Portman in Leon, she doesn't do Marilyn Monroe, an impersonation of Marilyn Monroe. She does the impersonation of Mike Myers doing an impersonation of Marilyn Monroe. So if you've never seen Happy Birthday, Mr. President, you are coming from a place of an extreme version of that already. Sinbad never played a genie in Shazam, Kazam, blah, 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 blah. Sally Fields won her Oscar for Places in the Heart. What did she say?
You like me. You really like me.
For the most part, that's what they remember. But what she really said is, "I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me." Smokey Bear. Yep, that's his name, not Smokey the Bear. I don't know about that. Tank Man, perhaps the most memorable moment during the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests. Rare recollection of the event. Tank Man was run over and killed, but other videos show him unharmed. Yeah, that's called propaganda.
Was he run over and killed?
Yeah, he got flattened. Which is a shame because he had like bags full of groceries.
Yep.
He was on his way home. Oddly enough, people have no recollection of the aeronautic legend's death. Many fans apparently forgot or did not notice the news of the passing Neil Armstrong's death in 2012.
No. Because that made Buzz Aldrin's fame that much the greater?
Billy Graham's death in February 2018. Didn't know that either. Even the biggest Joan Jett fans swear they remember her singing, "I saw him standing there by the record machine," and "I love rock and roll." But what she really says is, "I saw him dancing there by the record machine." Okay.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa canonization. I don't care. I think she's evil. Space Shuttle Challenger exploding. I watched that explode.
Yeah.
Though the tragic accident took place on January 28th, 1986, there was a number of people who thought it happened in 84. That's just a. Okay. No, I was.
I was in 6th grade, and I remember they wheeled in the TV to watch it because it was a big thing because Sally Ride.
And there was a teacher. Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a
and
teacher.
it was like this big, huge thing, and then we all watched it explode live, raw in the 6th grade. It was like, holy shit.
Lindbergh baby was never found, but he was, and they sentenced the guy and killed him. Ooh, one about Patrick Swayze's health. Though the actor sadly died after being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, people have said they remember him recovering. He did. He recovered and did
Ghost?
Bad Dog? Bad Dog? Diamond Dog? Anyways, yeah, and then he relapsed and died like a year later. Leonardo DiCaprio's first Oscar, couldn't care less. And location of Disney World Castle. If you've ever been to the Magic Kingdom, do you recall where the castle was located? Some even one Orlando local Reddit clearly remembers it being the entrance to the park. I don't remember that.
It's never been at the entrance of the park. It's always been beyond Main Street, in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, this is stupid shit. Like, I don't care how many Z's are in Cheez-It. Cheez-Its.
Remember Nips?
No.
That's a damn shame.
Do you remember Zapped?
I do.
So do I, fondly.
Do you remember Nuprin?
Do you remember Ibana? Ibana?
A what?
Ibana, the toothbrush? Or toothpaste?
No, I remember Gleam.
It was in Greece. Brush up, crash up. Try the new iPad. It's magic for your teeth. Oh, I just cracked my neck. What do you guys remember that isn't real? Nelson Mandela still alive. He's 604. Not to be outdone, Nicholas Flamel, who just celebrated his 665th birthday.
Do you think you could have confused Nelson Mandela dying for Winnie Mandela dying?
I don't know who Winnie Mandela is.
His wife?
Was she in prison as well?
No.
I remember him dying in prison. Well, yeah, I told the story of the entire Harry Potter incident as far as I recalled, and then Diz called me a flat-headed water retard, and we looked it up, and I was completely wrong. So
See,
yeah,
I don't think you can be wrong, because in order for parents to get mad about the satanic issues with magic in Harry Potter, it would have had to been closer to the 80s.
Dude, we looked it up, and I do remember like parents had a problem with scary stories to tell in the dark.
To be fair, that book is terrifying.
To be fair, that book is awesome.
I have 3 copies. Yes, it is.
You have 3 copies, or you have all 3?
That's a good question. I haven't gone through them in so long. Maybe it is all three.
Yeah, that would make more sense. I do have two copies of one of the books. Because for a long time, I would just tell everybody the same thing I wanted for Christmas, like an idiot. But on the other side, I have three copies of this little book called My Struggle by a German landscaper or an Austrian landscaper,
Austrian landscape
and
artist.
yeah, and they're all different. The the different people translated it. One was translated by a poet, and it's the most endearing of the three copies. Unfortunately, you don't have access like that to certain less desirable manifestos, which only has like one version.
So I got to address Maynard's question here. Seriously, do you think that the IG unit that was in the Cloud City Incinerator was IG-88? No, I don't, because I've read the extended universe, and IG-88 actually uploads himself into the second Death Star and becomes the second Death Star. Basically, right around the time Lando's cruising through the trench, about ready to blow it up.
Wasn't he part of the four? IG-88.
IG-88 was, one of the four with Dengar and Bosk and Boba Fett.
No. The four sentient robots. IG-88 was the one who he bugged all of the other bounty hunters' vehicles, so he could be the one to get Han. And Boba Fett found out about it somehow.
Well, they literally show Boba Fett actually tracking Han down. So
yeah,
no.
But IG-88 had put bugs on all the bounty hunters' ships, so that once it was clued in, he could get clued in too. And he was IG-88, one of four. That had some sort of supreme consciousness, but it was just four of them.
Okay.
It was a thing in one of the side bits. Like I said, I've been learning a lot about Star Wars.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't even know what an IG-88 is, besides for the one picture I saw in a heap of metal. What was that from? Was that Boba Fett just tossed in the body?
If you want to get pedantic about the IG-88 head showing up in multiple scenes in Star Wars, it's also a drink dispenser in the original Cantina scene. So it's around a lot. Fuck Disney. Disney doesn't get to say what's canon and what's not. We know what's canon. Fuck Disney. And fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Sideways with something sharp.
But not cauterizing.
Yeah, lightsabers are out.
Unless you're a force sensitive.
Do it with one of those sand people beat 'em up sticks.
Chris Hemsworth reacts to being the only Avenger with 4 solo films.
Who?
Chris Hemsworth, only Avenger with 4 solo films. That doesn't count because
none of them are solo films.
Yeah, he was in the Hulk with the last one, and this one is with the entire Guardians of the Galaxy.
And they all have Loki in them.
Yeah. Well, Loki's not an Avenger. Bob Saget wasn't included in the Tony Awards in memorandum segment, and John Stamos isn't happy about it. Good old Uncle Jesse. Keep the home fires burning. No one can lose muscle like Chris Hemsworth. Jesus.
Lose muscle?
Yeah.
When did he lose muscle?
Have you seen the commercials for Spiderhead?
No.
Yeah. Like he's thin, but he does not look like he is even remotely athletic. But he's wearing a suit most of the time.
I need to start polling ravenously heterosexual women to see who they think is hotter, Chris Helmsworth or Chris Evans. And Steven, you don't count.
Yeah.
Although I'll take Matt's opinion on it if he's got one.
Yeah. Like, well, are you ravenously heterosexual? Have you ever ridden a dryer? Okay, you count. Johnny Depp is putting up his crybaby motorcycle for auction.
Don't care.
Like, what does he need money for? Does he need to feed his llamas? Ten things that happen in any Jurassic Park movie. I'm going to pass on that. Besides for dinosaurs eat people, I'm unsurprised here.
Large mounds of shit.
That's huge fellowship.
Things that happen in Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum overacts and chews scenery.
You know, who was a pretty big scene chewer? Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Ha-ha. Aha.
10 actors who play the same character in every film, according to Reddit.
Kevin Costner.
No.
Oh.
He was once a mermaid.
He's literally a guy from the south side of Chicago in every movie he's ever been in, including Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
He was so, like, where's your accent? Carrie Elliott has an English accent.
Unlike other actors.
I can speak as an English accent. George Clooney. So one is George Clooney. Jeff Goldblum. I don't really think it counts for Jeff Goldblum. He brings a Jeff Goldblum-esque quality.
Yes, he's like...
But they are distinct characters.
John... what the hell is his last name? The guy who played Jesus in Big Lebowski. John...
Tortellini.
Yeah, him.
He was in Mr. D's. Sarah Jessica Parker. I can agree with that, even though she definitely was distinct in Hocus Pocus. Torello? I'll get there.
Torello? Guy.
Yeah.
You know
Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, I can agree with, even though Ron Burgundy is a distinct character.
Yeah.
Completely. Benedict Cumberbatch, completely disagree.
No, his characters are distinct. They're similar, but they're all distinct.
Well, Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Strange are very cerebral characters.
Right.
And so is what was the numbers game, the elimination game, the game. He just plays very cerebral characters. Judy Greer, Adam Sandler, I mean, yeah. Morgan Freeman. Now you're just picking on the entire cast of one Sherlock.
Well, everybody forgets that Morgan Freeman was Easy Reader, so I'm gonna just nope, that doesn't count. Easy Reader was one of the coolest motherfuckers ever.
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman?
Martin Freeman from he was Watson and Sherlock.
Oh yeah. Well, he played the Hobbit.
Yeah,
He played Bilbo.
Martin Freeman, I don't agree with. Helena Bonham Carter, I do not like her, but she is just English. You're mistaking English for being everybody else. Like she was
Queen of
a
Hearts.
junkie in she was the Queen of Hearts. She was a junkie in Fight Club. She was the bakeress in Sweeney Todd. She was the stuck up snobbish fucking pure blood in Harry Potter. She's definitely different characters. I don't care for her. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, I want to give it to him, but I can't.
It's like saying Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
I mean, yes,
like
but
Sean Connery.
I don't
Like
know.
you're a smooth fucking Scot.
I've seen Zardoz, so Sean Connery, no.
I've also seen Zardoz. But no, it's like I think it's stupid when you have to go like, oh well, he was a Navy SEAL Special Forces murder pilot who fell in love with gorillas, and now he takes care of primates. When you're a certain size of a fucking dude,
Yeah, you have to explain that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense when they talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies being a computer technician. Like, yeah, most computer techs can bench press 670. But no, there's a distinct difference. Like, I think he did a really good job in and actually several of his latest movies. Like, I didn't care for San Andreas or what was the one with the building where he had the
the tidal wave. We had to swim.
Skyscraper.
I don't remember.
Sky High, Sky Clad, Sky Tower.
But
I like
to be fair, The Rock also played in Baywatch, tongue in cheek, tongue fully in cheek, and played David Hasselhoff's character.
Yeah, and he was an individual character in the new Jumanji, which was very different. He was smooth as silk in Red Notice. He does it all, and I love him.
He's got comedic timing, which is rare.
Mm-hmm. Central Intelligence. Get smart. Like, if you want to, Kristen Stewart plays the same character in everything, and they all smell something.
I think she's super pretty, though. I really do.
I don't care for her.
She can't act for shit, but she's fun to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Was she in Zombieland? Not Zombieland. What was the other one with Jesse Eisenberg?
No, she was in like American Ultra, and I'm not sure who her co-star was in that. But it's somebody of that stature. It was Jesse Eisenberg.
It's either Jesse Eisenberg or Michael Cera.
Yeah. She's his handler, and he is a pot smoking James Bond kind of fucking thing. But maybe you're thinking of something else?
I don't know.
Are you thinking of something zombie related, or are you thinking American Ultra?
I'm thinking American Ultra. They worked in an amusement park, right? Just cover.
Oh no! You're thinking of is it like 500 Days or? She was in Zathura. Adventureland.
Adventureland, that's what it was, yeah.
And I think that was also Jesse Eisenberg.
I think it was Jesse Eisenberg, yeah. Who's the worst Lex Luthor ever? Oh my god.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg, Ryan Reynolds, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader, Martin Starr. I don't know why I said Martin Starr. The only thing I can remember him from is one of Peter Parker's teachers.
I like Bill Hader. I don't want to
Eh.
like Bill Hader, but I end up liking Bill Hader in almost everything he does. Plus, he brought us the comic genius that is the Californians.
I don't mind Bill Hader as much as I do the Diet Bill Hader, which is the guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Discount Bill Hader.
Okay, now I've got to Google discount Bill Hader. Arnett.
Will Forte? Will Forte? Might be Will Arnett. Wouldn't surprise me if it was.
What movie?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
TMNT movies.
No. The new ones.
Yeah, hang on. Live action. Cast. Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
What else was he in? The guy from RV. What else was he in?
Oh. No, I'm definitely... Apparently there's two Bill Hader-esque, because William Forte is also a fucking awful person.
Is this voice?
But he's McGruber.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
William Arnett is discount Bill Hader.
I don't like either of them.
Yep. Pete Davidson. Oh, jeez, I hate Pete Davidson. And they're not even making him cute anymore. Like, he was such a piece of shit in the second Suicide Squad. Hey, I betrayed everybody right over here. That's me. I'm the guy who betrayed everybody. What's Sandberg's first name?
Andy.
Andy Sandberg?
Mm-hmm.
From Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
I don't want to like him, but I do.
Same way with you. He's he's one of those guys that I don't want to like, but then he does something totally endearing that hits all the notes.
Did you tear
like,
my pants off, you piece of shit? No, I don't care for whatever that movie he was in was. I didn't care for that with the stunt Evel Knievel bullshit. But he's adorable in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. And
the whole
Dick in a Box is just a classic.
I love that cast of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's a scene with Terry Crews, and somebody has to drive a motorcycle, and Terry Crews is like, I got 2 kids, I can't ride that death machine. And the Captain Holt, who's a gay man who is like the definition of stoic, he says, are you going to sit here and tell me that you as a father are more important than me as a gay man? And he goes, you're not going to play the gay card. And he goes, girlfriend. He tosses the gay card. And I'm like, oh my God. But
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, by all accounts, should be a terrible show that nobody watched, and it ends up being totally awesome.
Like first off, I've always pictured Andre Bauer as having a stick up his ass, but I didn't know that it was a polished stick, because he refined that to a like he makes Sidney Poitier look loose in comparison. And I don't remember what I was so what I liked him in. so much. I'm gonna have to actually look that up. I can't think of what he was that he was such a stick in the mud because he's got such a great smile. Primal Fear, The Mist, Striking Distance, Frequency. Who was he in House? That might have been it.
I could never take House seriously because every time I see Hugh Laurie, I see Hugh Laurie from Blackadder or a little bit of Fry and Laurie. So I have a hard time taking Hugh Laurie as a serious actor.
Maybe it was Salem's Lot? I don't remember. But point was, he was a very straight-laced fellow. And then to be Captain Holt was just kind of funny. But I enjoyed the hell out of that. Even Amy, who was such a stickler. And Terry Crews, I do love me some Terry Crews.
Yeah, he's like The Rock. He's hard not to like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like if you think about it, your favorite American accents are almost always non-Americans. Like House, Wolverine is a really good accent. Um,
Yeah, but that's an Australian playing a Canadian.
I mean, he's not playing a Canadian.
Well, he's not playing an Aussie.
Yeah,
Because
well, he's just
Wolverine is
playing
not American.
generic. That's generic, non-English English accent. Because he does the same thing in Swordfish. Um, but who else is the? I don't care for Rick Grimes' accent. I'll get Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson doesn't count though. Mel Gibson is an American. He was like 7 when he moved to Australia. He's not an Australian citizen. He might be an Australian citizen. He's not just an Australian. He was American born. But yeah, Mel Gibson's another one.
My
It's
favorite
like
American accent is definitely American because my favorite American accent is Nick Cage.
I'm not even sure if Nick Cage was born on this planet.
Well, neither was Clark Kent, but he's still American.
Yeah. Mel Gibson sounded Aussie as fuck in his early roles because he was playing Aussies.
And lived in Australia.
That's how he got his start was the Mad Maxes, but I think he was born in like Peekskill, New York.
Let's look.
I won't be disappointed.
Peekskill, New York. Yep.
Jamie, give me an early life on Mel Gibson. I'm not expecting to
And
say
he
anything about the
moved
Jews.
to Sydney, Australia when he was 12.
When he was 12, so he was literally in Australia for 6 years before he got the um, what the fuck ever the Mad Maxon. But he is an actor, so
He was in
picking up accents is.
Gallipoli before he was in Mad Max.
Yeah. Retains dual citizenship, Irish and citizenship, and is a permanent resident of Australia. Yeah, he also knows what's up, if you know what I mean. And apparently he's a super down to earth guy. There's a video of him stopping and helping a guy change his tire, and the guy just loses his shit over Mel Gibson, and Mel Gibson ends up changing the entire tire himself. He's like, "You're Mel Gibson." He gets down on the ground, he's cranking on the tire. Like, yep. Well, he didn't choose to be. He was born an American. Looking at you, Crowder, with your pretending to be American.
Here's okay. So you say he knows what's up, but this is fucking retarded. So Gibson was raised a sedative vaccinist traditionalist Catholic who reject the sitting pope and usually several prior. When asked about the Catholic doctrine extra ecclesiastum nulla salus, Gibson replied, "There is no salvation for those outside the church. I believe it. Put it this way, my wife is a saint. She's a much better person than I am. Honestly, she's Episcopalian, Church of England. She prays, she believes in God, she knows Jesus, she believes in that stuff, and it's just not fair that she doesn't make it. She's better than I am, but that is a pronouncement from the chair, and I go with it." So he thinks his wife is going to hell, but is a better person than he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel might be a little kooky.
Well, no, I mean, if you follow, your own orthodoxy, then you can't waver from your own orthodoxy. Like if I was a staunch believer in my the religion my parents brought me up in, I love both my parents very dearly, and they're the ones who brought me up in that religion. I have to say that they both went to hell, and I ain't happy about that. So he's just acknowledging that with the religion he grew up with, his wife didn't embrace his religion, so she doesn't get to go, even though his wife's religion embraces his religion.
It's literally the same, dude. I was raised Episcopalian. It is literally Catholic light. All of the fun, none of the guilt. It's the same damn thing. Except that one follows the Pope and one doesn't. And considering the Catholics can't figure out who's actually Pope in a legitimate manner.
I seem to remember in my upbringing, the Pope couldn't be a Jesuit. And this Pope's a Jesuit.
Globalist shock troops, go figure.
Yeah. Mandatory curious calling you out for saying fun and Catholic in the same sentence. Those are Baptists, sir. Gibson revealed in 2016 interview with Jorge Ramos that he voted for neither Donald Trump nor Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election.
He voted for Jill Stein.
Possibly.
Or who was the Aleppo dude that was the other choice?
Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson. Yeah.
All I know is my religion didn't call for a half-hour dissertation on the beating of Jesus Christ made to film. So I've got that going for me.
Well, it was made with passion.
Christ, there's so much passion. All right, we can. Anything else?
I barely had what we have.
Oh, there's a bunch of TikToks coming out about how gasoline doesn't smell like gasoline anymore.
Hang on, I got to address this for Maynard. Yeah, the problem with the Episcopalians right now is they're the ones with the lesbian priests. So calf holes might actually have something going for them there over the Anglicans, as it were.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's basically all I got, unless Maynard wants to retort.
Yeah, Maynard, you want to retort? No, that's mandatory. Where's Maynard? Pope knows what? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yep, that they did. All right, we're done here.
All righty then. I'll put in the link to the after hours, and we will skedaddle. All right. Let's do this.
Okay.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will.